Alrighty, if you're watching this, we are going to be setting up your own Microsoft instance so that you can then get your mail signed through your own Microsoft application. As a result, control and own your own deliverability, ensuring that also compounds up in reputation. As a result, leading to better deliverability over time and more unicized control, isolation, and network grade protection in terms of predictability on deliverability, as well as outcomes and results. So with that being said, if you don't have a Microsoft account yet, you want to go ahead and get that set up. You just want to go to Microsoft.com, Microsoft Business, and get up even a free account if you want. But ideally, at least a paid account will be great. I've just gone ahead and clicked on try for free, and I'll start that off. So I'll skip this whole process, but in case you don't have one, you definitely want to finish this up and get yourself sorted out, and also set yourself up with like a domain that you own, whatever the parent domain of your company is. This is not the one that you're going to be using for sending out mails. This can be just a primary account that you have or a primary domain. Alrighty, now that everything's set up, here we go. You should see an end page like this. You will have to put in your credit card details, but again, you won't get charged with one. But then again, if you're serious about running this, you probably won't end up paying the monthly subscription. Nonetheless, if required. Again, this is not a must-have. If you have a personalized Microsoft account, I believe it should be good as well, but I'll run this way. All right, now that you've set up, what we want to do is just go to portal.azure.com, just like that. And then once we're in portal.azure.com, it will look something similar to this. You want to search for app registrations, right? And once you search for app registrations, click on this one over here. Once we're here, we want to click on a new registration. And this is going to be the name of your application, whatever that may be, or maybe this is your website, your brand. Let's just call this my brand, right? And that's a brand that effectively will show up when someone's trying to sign in and sign up and use your own application and so on and so forth. Cool. So organizations, blah, blah. We should be okay with this for now. We can technically do in any organization, so that should be fine. The reason we want to do that is to support all types of mailboxes that might come your way. It won't just be obviously this one. If you're using vendors and so on and so forth, which most likely will be using other vendors in the open market nowadays. So you probably want to go with that approach. And then over here, you want to select the redirect URL. The redirect URL is going to be a web application. And in the web application, then you want to go ahead and pass this one over here in particular. The URL you want to pop in is server.intelliauthor.com/API email account Microsoft callback. This will be part of the resources given to you as well. Once we do that, that should be a good kickoff place for us. Once you created the application, you should be taken to a similar-ish page over here. I'll just get rid of that on that side. And then what we want to go ahead and do is we want to start getting everything set up in terms of authentication, this and that, so on and so forth. So you want to go to the authentication section over here. This is kind of where people will start seeing the application, how it's going to look for them on their front, and how we're going to go ahead and portray the application per se, also get the tokens and so on and so forth on our side. So for now, we're okay. We've got in the web application, which is Centralised auth. It's all platforms. On the settings side, we should be fine on this for now. We'll come back to it if required in a second. The next thing we want to work towards is API permissions, effectively ensuring what type of permissions any person who uses this application that you build has the ability to do with your mailboxes themselves. Now, this is mainly to do with sends, opening emails, replies, offline access, so on and so forth. So with that being said, let us start adding those permissions over here. What we are going to be doing over here, just start kicking this off. Give me a second. We're going to click on the delegated permissions option over here and then just start searching for most of these things. We will start with offline access. Right, we will select that. Once we got offline access, we're also going to get the general information like OpenID, email, and so on and so forth, because this is needed for our actual sign-in. I'll do email, also the profile. Right, lovely. Then we want to do a send, which I think mail.send will show up. Okay, mail.send. Yeah, let's just do that. And we also want to select shared, which is shared mailboxes, right? If you're using that. Then you want to do mail.readwrite. And then you want to do mail.read shared as well. But we want to do mail.readwrite. Readwrite shared. Honestly, we just can remove this and just take this one, add permissions. Great. So after adding everything, you should have about 8 or 9 permissions, ideally 9. So we've got profile, user ID, etc., etc. Then we've got mail read write. We've got mail send, we've got mail read write shared, mail, send, shared. You got user read as well. That should be okay. Sweet. Now we've got these things, and these are the permission layers that you've added to your application. So when someone signs up, these are the types of information that you are going to go ahead and effectively get. Once that's through, we're going to click on grant admin consent. Click yes. Sweet. We have granted admin consent. Lovely. And then I just wanted to make sure that this one over here. Sweet. Cool. Okie dokie. Now, as a continuation of the previous steps, once we have done that, we are going to go into the certification section, because this is where we're going to actually generate the client ID and secret, which is going to be added to the Smartlead application so that your customers can actually get those the accessibility that they need to sign into your Microsoft account. Click on that. This is the description of the whatever. So let's just say my app client access. Oops, spell. Recommended 6 days. You can do this as long as you want. 60 days is fine, just for safety. I'll just do 90 for the sake of it right now. I'll click on add. Lovely. So we got our client ID and client secret. So we're just going to copy these pieces of information. That is what we need. We are never going to see this again. So you definitely want to store that. Sorry, wrong button. You do not want to lose that piece. Okay. So now what you have is basically an application client ID. You have your client secret, which is this one over here, and you have your directory tenant ID. Cool. Then what we want to go ahead and do is you want to just come back over here. So let's just go to the little bitty bobs on this front. So what you want to go ahead and do is share with the Smartlead team certain pieces of information that will assist us in setting this entire experience up for you. In this case, you're going to need to give us the application client ID, and you also going to go ahead and provide that value that you just stored. In fact, there's not much for you to do to give us per se. You just need to do this into your own application itself, and we'll show you exactly where to go ahead and do that. So what you want to go ahead and do is log into your Smartlead portal. So your core login as an admin, and go to your subscription, so settings, and then go to profile. So click on that, then go to settings. And then once you're there, simply go to your profile over here and the OAuth configuration. Ideally, if you reach out to the team, this option will be enabled for you. Just click on Outlook, and then you pop in the client ID and client secret that we just spoke about. So come back over here. You're going to go ahead and want to copy this, pop that in there, and then the value that you got, the secret that you they said it'll only give to you once. If you go back over here, this guy over here, this one, you want to copy that and you want to pop that in over here. Do that, click on activate, and then of course you can decide if you want to give this to your clients or not, but that's about it. So now when you go into the email account addition section, so we'll just give this a rough crack over here. We'll do app.smartlead app, and then email accounts. Click on connect mailbox, and now the green guy will see this option over here, and then voila, you're good to go. Things are sorted, and happy days. Thank you. Have a beautiful day.